MMA fighter Huang seeks out Earth's greatest champions in order to stand against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle. Welcome to my channel. My name is Justin. I love to watch movies. I also love Mortal Kombat. If you guys do too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that notification for more up and coming content. Of all the Warner Brother films that were released in theaters and on HBO Max on the same day, Mortal Kombat was the one I was looking forward to the most. I played the game constantly growing up. I just wanted to rip the spine out of people, and I just wanted to have a good time. And I love the 95 film and the 97 film Annihilation. They're bad, but I still love them. So I was really looking forward to Mortal Kombat, this new reboot, and it having a hard R rating, and the trailer, just a lot of blood and the fatalities. I was really looking forward to this. This is definitely a fan service film. A lot of name drops of Liu Kang and Kung Lao and Sub-Zero and Scorpion and Sonya Blade and Jax. A lot of the big Mortal Kombat characters are in here, but we do get a new character that is completely made for this movie with Huang. He is an MMA fighter. He has a dragon marking on his chest. It's a birthmark, and we learned that it is an invitation to the Mortal Kombat tournament. This movie has the similar story to the Mortal Kombat film from '95, where we have Tsung, who doesn't want the Earthrealm champions to come to the Mortal Kombat tournament. If they win the 10th tournament, then they can enter the Earthrealm. So he wants to prevent that from happening. There's a prophecy that the Earthrealm will take over. There's a lot of fan service in here. Whenever we get a new character, they just slow the whole scene down. They say, I'm Kung Lao or I'm Liu Kang, and they introduce all these characters in a cinematic fashion, and I absolutely loved it. I love seeing all of the characters in here, and the costume designs look great. The opening scene of this movie really set the tone very nicely. It was very violent, but we explored a lot of Sub-Zero and Scorpion's clan back in the 1600s. I love the lore for this movie, how they expanded on that relationship, because it's something that's always been intriguing to me within the Mortal Kombat universe, and we didn't get much of that within the 95 film. It just kind of, they were there, they fought each other. But here, they really went deep into it and starting the movie off, and that was a strong point of the film. So I appreciated all of the lore going into this struggle between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, which is probably the most iconic thing within the Mortal Kombat universe. So right away, I loved how they set up the movie. From there on, it's a lot of character introductions, getting people together to participate in the Mortal Kombat tournament, and Tsung trying to prevent that as well. It's less Mortal Kombat tournament, more of getting the people together. At times I wanted the tournament, but I also did appreciate how urgent the tournament did feel, and having all of the characters gathered together to fight against the characters in Outworld realm. So at times I was a little bit frustrated that we didn't get the tournament, and also at times I did appreciate the world building, getting the characters together. The action scenes are filmed great. At times there are moments where it's quick edit and like, okay, we don't need that. But there's also a lot of times where there's a lot of great shots where it's just limited editing, and we get to see all of that fighting handled very well. And some of the fatalities are absolutely brutal. One with Kung Lao, which was truly epic. But it took some of the more gory moments from Mortal Kombat and brought them in here in a highly entertaining way. There's a lot of things that, as fans of Mortal Kombat, know that transfer nicely into this movie, like yelling Kano wins, or fatality, or flawless victory. The costume designs look great. I love how Scorpion and Sub-Zero look. Liu Kang's outfit looks great. I love Jax's arms, and I love Shang Tsung's outfit. Goro looks great in here. Everything just looks so amazing with this movie. Now, I know people are kind of frustrated with this movie. It's kind of like hit or miss, but as a big fan of the movie, as a big fan of the franchise, I love fan service, and I love all of the characters that were in here. I really loved Mortal Kombat. The biggest standout for me is Kano. He was absolutely hilarious in the movie. If it wasn't for Kano in the movie, this would have been a very serious movie. Made by Josh Lawson, he provides a lot of the jokes in here, and I always found myself laughing constantly whenever Kano was on screen. Everybody else in here is really good. The one bland performance for me is Cole Young. He is like the main character in here. He's discovering his heritage and trying to discover who he really is as well. Not the best performance. I didn't really find much I really cared about when it came to Cole Young. I thought he was a great fighter and his abilities were pretty good, and I think he interacted well with Sonya Blade and Kano, especially since they were a lot in the movie, but there was nothing really intriguing about the character. Maybe it's because he's not a existing Mortal Kombat character, so we don't know much about him. But when it came to Sonya Blade and Kano and Liu Kang, I knew things of them. I knew their personalities, I knew their abilities, I knew their fighting style. Maybe because I was understanding everything else was going on and I was trying to adapt to Cole Young, but I did find him to be not that interesting of a character. We'll see what happens if there is a sequel. It did set it up for a sequel, and it's doing pretty well at the box office. I think a sequel should be greenlit, but it does set it up nicely. Maybe there'll be more of Cole Young in the sequel. But right now, Mortal Kombat. It was brutal. It was funny. It was action-packed. I love seeing all of the characters in here. It will lead up to the tournament. This was much more of a let's gather people together, and Shang Tsung trying to prevent them from participating in the tournament. So really epic scenes, really loved it. My friend who has not played Mortal Kombat or even seen the Mortal Kombat films thought it was okay. He was trying to get used to all of the characters and trying to figure out who is who. But with me knowing all the characters and playing the games constantly, I really did enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and give Mortal Kombat a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for the new Mortal Kombat film. See it in theaters if you can. It's also on HBO Max. I can't wait to check it out a couple more times this weekend. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.